Dennis Hansen. He's a happy guy. Dennis is part of OTC Special Tool Group, and behind us we have a plethora of special tools that we're going to just sort of pick over and have you get a look at and everything else. How you doing, Dennis?
I'm doing great, sir. Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you. So why don't you show us what we got behind us here?
Right back behind us here we have our puller line, our special pullers that we have. We have pullers that are 2-jaw and 3-jaw pullers that will do a number of applications. There's really no special application. They're generic tools that at any time that you need to pull a bearing or a gear or something off a shaft, you're going to need some kind of puller. We have pullers.
There's a whole lot of that's what she said in that statement. I'm thinking I'm doing a manual transmission, got to put some synchros on something, I got to pop some gears off. This is what I reach for?
That's what you reach for. Also, when you're doing that manual transmission, if you have some bearings that are stuck into the case, we have blind hole pullers that get into places that you can't get a regular puller and able to get that bearing out. And along with installers to install that bearing back in also.
Yes, there's always a time when you need a blind hole puller.
Invariably, you'll always need one of them at the opportune time when you don't have one.
Ooh, and what do we got here?
Here's our master fuel injection kit. It comes.
Why does everything have a master in front of it?
Because we are professional tools and we are the master.
You are the master of your own domain.
Exactly. You can take this out and it's a cup holder for your cocktail.
Oh, excellent. This is getting better than better.
It's always good.
Made in America, people.
America. It also has the tray comes out underneath. You have all the rest other components. The cover comes off so you can put it in your toolbox. It'll fit in the top any drawer of your toolbox. That's 2 inches deep. So you got it portable where you can take it to the car or you can store it in your toolbox. Each one of these is numbered with a number on the case and on the adapter, so that as you use the manual, it tells you which adapter and which.
Wait a minute, what's a manual?
What's a manual? Manual is a manual.
Technicians don't use manuals.
Manual's a book with a lot of information.
A lot of information. It's just not necessary.
It's not necessary.
But this does look like the Encyclopedia Britannica of fuel connections.
Fuel connections. It does seriously come with a manual that's set up like a parts book. So if you know your make, model, and year of the vehicle, you can look it up and it'll tell you the pressure that the system should run, where the adapter goes on the fuel supply line, and which adapter number to use.
What if I don't like it where it tells me to hook the adapter into?
There is other options. There's actually 2 or 3 different options, or technicians are very intelligent people where they can figure out other places to tap into the line.
I like this guy. Eric the Car Guy here with Tim Hanna with Mechanix Wear. How you doing, Tim?
Great. How you doing today?
I'm doing awesome.
Fantastic.
What do you got here for us?
We've got the new 2012 Mechanix Wear glove light.
2012. It's only 2011.
Yeah, but we're throwing it out there early. We got to get people aware of what we got going on for 2012.
Did we have to drive a DeLorean really fast to get here?
No, sir. DeLorean.
Yeah, 88 miles per hour, man. Anyway, what do we got?
We've got a removable LED light. I believe it's 125,000 candle luminance.
He actually knows the luminance. I wouldn't know the luminance, but I just know it's pretty stinking bright.
It's fully adjustable. You can move it onto your left hand. This glove is actually your right hand. You can move it on your left hand. You can use the gloves without it. It's all the features of an original Mechanix Wear glove. Rubber Velcro closure, single layer, synthetic leather, and a very bright light.
Oh, we were rolling. Hey, Eric the Car Guy here with Oliver Sir from Sir Tools. How you doing, Oliver?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing well. We've been standing here talking for like 10 minutes. At least 10 minutes talking about all this stuff we have here.
At least tools, yes. Tools.
And one of the things that I noticed that caught my eye as I'm walking by is this caliper compression tool.
It's taken the industry by storm, basically. It is air-assisted brake caliper resetting tool.
Well, what's so cool is the part that you've got the fact that you can add air to this. So it's not like you have to work so hard like twisting it in there.
Yeah, it's an air assist situation, and the tool itself works clockwise and counterclockwise, which many tools out there do not do both rotations. This will do, like I said, 360 degrees either direction, and you have all the pucks. Like, for example, you have 4 pins right here, 4 pins for Honda Accord, or these are all Chevy, GM vehicles. You have your Mini Coopers, Volvo Saab, you got Porsche, BMW. It's all there. It's all incorporated.
Because here's the thing. I've got a regular mechanical style, and it's probably the tool that a lot of people have. But one of the issues is the threads on the tool do not necessarily compress the piston at the same amount. So you have to reset the tool every time you're turning it in, and it's kind of a pain. But it looks like you've solved that problem here.
Correct, yes. The thread pitch on the conventional type mechanical tools, the thread pitch on the tool itself does not match the thread pitch that's in the caliper itself. And so when you're rotating the tool...
And that would be hard to do for all those different makes and models.
Correct.
But you solved that problem.
Yes, I did.
There you go. Don't be shy about it. I solved that problem, yes. I'm Oliver. How about you give me just real quick, please, sir, can I have some more?
Please, sir, can I have some more?
I love it. I got that from Oliver. Eric the Car Guy here with Luke Tucker. And I got to tell you, one of the ways to get to Eric the Car Guy's heart, swag, baby.
That's right.
How you doing, Luke?
Good, Eric. How you doing this morning, buddy?
Doing great. What do you got?
Well, we got a lot of cool stuff. This is something brand new from Easy Red Company. It's called the wrench connection, but all the stuff that it does, it's so hard to put on this little piece of advertising. I'll show you a couple things. First, they come in a pack like this. The package is part of the product. This is EVA foam. You can put it in your toolbox, organize your stuff. You can see and read, read the sizes of the.
What does EVA stand for?
You're asking the wrong guy. I know that it's very chemical resistant. It's good for shop environment stuff. Brake cleaner gets
Sure.
Regular foam would just like evaporate.
It just sounds like a cool name. I wonder where it came from.
Well, now you're kind of ruining it because I sounded pretty cool just saying EVA foam.
Well, no, you're still
now that I don't know what I'm.
No, you're still pretty cool. I got the hat.
Thanks.
We're in for life.
All right, real quick, wrench connection. You really want to get into a tight spot, like you want to go down and get your alternator bolt or a serpentine belt. It's hard to really get in there. So usually guys would take this open end wrench, grab it with the box end, and reef on it and slip and smash their elbows.
I was just about to bring that up, but I didn't slip and smash my elbows. I got skills, man.
Oh well, okay. Most people don't.
Yeah, they do.
You're original there.
My viewers do. But this is way better, honestly.
You lock them together. See how the wrench connection has magnets on it? These lock together. Now you're going down there. You got that serpentine belt bolt. Knock it right off. You got all the leverage you need, all the angles.
And with those ratcheting wrenches, man, that's slick.
Yeah, with these Easy Red ratcheting wrenches, the extra long spline, they're really slick.
I love it.
So now you also got a low profile hex. You want to get into a drain plug where you don't have a lot of room. You get right in there. It's low profile.
Hear that, kids? He's using a hand tool for a drain plug, not a power tool.
Right on. Here's your regular hex bit. Here's our low profile. Look how much different in size that is. You want to get around a corner. You put your
inside them door hinges?
Yeah, you put your half moon on there. You connect it with the wrench connector. You get around the corner, and there you go.
Awesome.
So it's kind of limitless what you can do. I mean, you can really connect anything, get into any different spot, angle around a corner. Put it on your 75-degree offsets right there. You get up and get your drain plugs.
So for those pesky whatevers, you got a solution.
There's a way to get to it.
I like that. I'm looking at some cool ratchets, Luke.
Yes, you are. Yeah, at Easy Red, we don't really get into stuff that is normal. Like, oh, here's your normal 3/8 ratchet.
Kind of like you.
Yeah, I'm a little abnormal.
Not exactly normal.
We're going to say, here's your normal 3/8 ratchet, but you pull down the collar and it extends out.
It comes with its own cheater bar.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Hello, you like a shirt?
Excellent. Thank you.
You're welcome.
What's on the shirt?
Chicago Pneumatic.
Chicago Pneumatic.
Yes.
Chicago Pneumatic.
Chicago.
Chicago Pneumatic.
Long week.
It has been a long week,
Yeah.
even though it's only lasted 2 days. So you guys are with Chicago Pneumatic.
Yes. I'm Becky Sue.
I'm Kristen. We're with the Gasoline Girls. We're an all-girl car club. We love Chicago Pneumatic tools, so we're here helping them out.
It's a good life. It really is. Thanks, girls.
You're welcome.
Eric the Car Guy here with Jim Costo, and he is with Pigmat, and he's going to show us a little bit about what Pigmats are and what they do.
Hi, thanks. Yeah, Pigmat, basically for the DIY guy, he wants to keep his garage floor clean or his driveway clean. You put down some Pigmat, and the Pigmat will keep all of the absorbents in one little place. So you can have oil, transmission fluid, antifreeze, whatever you want. It'll get absorbed into here, and you won't have any problems with any mess when you're all done. When you're also changing your oil, you might want to use one of these new Forma funnels. The Forma funnel can adapt to almost any shape you want it to.
I can think of a couple of applications for this right off the bat.
Okay.
Where oil filters on top of a subframe and you don't necessarily want to get it all over the subframe. You stick this thing in there and you're good to go.
Exactly.
I've used tinfoil.
Well, hey, people have used cardboard, old license plates.
This thing was made for it.
Yep, and it lasts forever, guaranteed forever, and it'll shape to almost any area you want to around a cross member, over tires if you're doing wheel bearings or anything like that. It just works great for basically anything in the car market you can do.
For our first foray into the tech tent, don't laugh at me. I'm here with Marshall Townsend with OTC, and he's going to show us around the Pegasus diagnostic system. Is that what it is?
That is what it is. It is our latest and greatest tool. Allows us to do all sorts of features with it. Primarily is we don't have any cords going to the vehicle. We have air bridge technology that allows us to have nothing connected when we're working with the vehicle. So if you had to put it up in the air to bleed your hydraulic control unit on the anti-lock brakes or check things around behind the vehicle, check light operation, everything, no cord tying you to it.
Awesome. Show me.
Alrighty, let's take a quick look here. Touchscreen display on it. We can also control it with the scroll wheels. It is internet-based update, so we keep it constantly updated. You're not doing once-a-year updates on it. It does have the connection into Identifix available on it, so right at the fender, when you get fault codes, you can actually connect right into Identifix without ever leaving the fender. So it makes it very useful, keeps the technician extremely productive. He doesn't get out of that diagnostic mindset when he walks away from the vehicle and has to get somebody else off their computer. He can do it all at the fender. Wiring diagrams, technical service bulletins, all that. We'll access the body control module just to give you an idea how it works. And in this case, we'll change the state of the left rear window on it. It gives us data stream options so we can see inputs as they happen. And we can also do our bi-directional test. As you can see, the window's going up from here. So from a diagnostic standpoint, it allows you to see, you may not be having it work with the switch, but you can control it here. That tells you that functional-wise everything works. It's most likely in the switch or an input problem with it.
And how many makes are covered?
We cover all the domestic, the Asian, vast majority of the European on it. The latest revision to the European now allows you on the Volkswagens and the Audis to actually retract the electric calipers, which is a big issue out there in the industry, to be able to access that. On Fords, where they're tough to diagnose the misfires because they do not provide misfire data except in the OBD2 mode 6 side. We actually added power balance to it, and we're actually able to see each cylinder how well they're producing power and stuff. So very, very useful.
So yeah, this sounds like the one-stop shop tool for diagnosis, and especially you can do body control, like you said. Can you also do transmission and I don't know, what else can you do?
Give you a list of what we have covered on this 2010 vehicle. On our controller list, you can see body, global OBD2, fuel pump, transmission, electronic brake control, remote control power door locks, airbags, passenger presence systems. These are all the modules that are on there, and it keeps going down. Huge amount of them on this 2010 vehicle we have coverage on already.
So there's really nothing that I'm missing with this tool?
It'll do pretty much everything you need to do. I won't ever say that any one tool can do everything. Anybody that says they are, they're talking a lot. But we do cover quite a bit of the coverage on the vehicle as far as modules and the ability to work with them and do the diagnostics.
Definitely a fair statement, to be sure. But I'm of the opinion that if you don't know what you're looking at, the most important tool is really up here between your ears. But this definitely looks like it would do a great job. But with all the stuff that's involved with this, how would I go about familiarizing myself with all these controls and getting to know how to use this tool?
Using this tool, this one, when you do purchase this tool, it actually comes with an hour and a half of in-shop training. So when you purchase it, it's not just, here's the tool, you're on your own to figure it out. We actually send one of our certified trainers in there, and we actually work with the customer to go through all the features and benefits of it to see how to use it and access everything on it.
Well, that's awesome because having a tool like this and not knowing how to use it would be rather frustrating, I would think.
Yep. Yeah, and it actually navigates real easy. You're only 1 or 2 keystrokes away or touches on the screen to get to the next module that you want to go to, or the special test or the diagnostic trouble codes or any of that. Real user-friendly to navigate around on.